of questions to get through, and I just really wanted to quickly mention, if I didn't answer your question, I promise I'm not skipping over your question. If a question is asked multiple times, I'm only going to answer it once, and then so on and so forth. We'll move on to the next question. So yeah, let's go ahead and answer all of your questions. Okay, let's jump right into this Q&A. I have my computer right here, so if you guys see me looking down, I'll be reading the questions from down here. Now I do have 2 community posts to go through, so I'm on the first one, and then we'll move on to the second one. So the first question that I have here is by Miss Softly Sounding ASMR. Thank you so much for your questions, girlie. She asked, how did you come up with your YouTube name? Well, I kind of just sat down and brainstormed for a couple of days leading up to wanting to start my channel. And you definitely get a lot of tingles in ASMR, so I was playing with the name Tingles, and then I came up with TinglyAsmr. She also asked a place you really want to visit. I really want to visit Thailand, New Zealand, and Hawaii. Definitely up there for places that I want to visit, all beautiful and unique in their own ways, and definitely somewhere I would love to visit. Miss Softly also asked my absolute favorite food / thing to cook. My favorite thing to eat, definitely pizza, without a doubt. I love me some pizza. My favorite thing to cook, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the biggest cook. Like, I could cook the basics, but I like to cook the quickest thing to make and the yummiest to eat. So, and then our last question is my favorite TV show. And that's a good question. Right now I have 3. So if you guys know me, you know that I love Love Island. And right now they have Love Island All-Stars happening. I have to watch it on Daily Motion as it's not accessible here in the US yet. But I still get to watch it on Daily Motion. I also really like Jersey Shore Family Vacation. And recently I've really gotten into I Was Bray. If you've not watched I Was Bray, I highly recommend, unless you're queasy and you don't like to hear type of stories where they share their experiences being attacked by an animal, where they were almost, sounds really harsh, but I really enjoy watching it at the moment. A lot of crazy stories and super inspiring and beautiful to see how they've overcome this scary situation that has happened in their life. This question is by Sarah. Sarah asked, do you have a job outside of YouTube? I do not have a job outside of YouTube. My current full-time job right now is YouTube, and I've been blessed to have this opportunity to make YouTube my full-time job. She also asked if you studied, what was your focus area? I did not study, so I definitely did not have a focus area. Even if I did go into college, I still don't even know what my focus area would be, to be completely honest. And then lastly, Sarah asked, which 3 celebrities, alive or deceased, would you invite to a dinner party? Easy. Olivia Rodrigo, Zendaya, and Emma Watson. The next question is by Manny Ray. Manny asked, what is your creative process of making a video? For example, ideas, editing, filming, etc. What a great question. There's a lot that goes into filming, as I'm sure you guys know. You have to pretty much map out your week and your days as to, what time you're going to post, what your videos are going to look like for the week, what props you may need, what places you're going to eat. And then I have to fit into my schedule when my son goes to preschool. So a lot of my process definitely is a lot of inspiration by all of these lovely ASMRs here on YouTube. I watch ASMR every single day, and when you're watching their videos, you definitely get inspired to make something similar along the lines to what they made, or you just come up with your own ideas, like, something random you'll be watching will be like, what, I want to film this. But yeah, as far as editing, I would say it's very simple. I use iMovie, and I've stuck to the same method of editing since I've started my channel. The next question is by ASMR TXX, and they shows at the moment. I did share those earlier, so I won't go into that. My favorite makeup brands definitely were e.l.f., but I've been hearing a lot of controversy in terms of this ongoing genocide and who supports. It's a lot of trying to figure out what brands I can use now moving forward, but safe bet and amazing brand, ColourPop all the way. Next question is by Harbinger. Thank you for your questions, Harbinger. So he asked, can you tell a story memory from high school that still makes you laugh? Definitely wrestling. I think anytime that I was doing sports, so many funny, silly things that created such positive memories for me in high school. I would say my experience in high school was not always the best, but sports definitely made them worth it. At the top of my head, memories definitely in the cross-country bus going towards our meets. There was like such silly kids on the cross-country team, and they always made me laugh. So, wow, asking all the juicy questions. How would your best friends describe you? I'm not really sure. Hopefully in a very positive light. But if I had to guess, that I'm a very bubbly, kind, and generous person. But also, if you don't know me personally, I may come off as rude, mean, judgmental. But once you get to know me, you learn that I'm actually just really shy and introverted, and actually really, really silly to be around. The next question is also by Harbinger. Would you consider a Patreon if your channel grows more than it already has? I have considered a Patreon. I don't know how I feel about it yet, but if you guys would be interested in that, definitely let me know, and we can get that going, you know. And his last question is, has YouTube overwhelmed you? Whether it's to the need to meet the upload schedule you announced, or toxic comments, etc. Sometimes YouTube can be a little stressful in terms of, again, not knowing what to film, not knowing what's going to do good with your audience or what's just not going to do good. Obviously, with it being my full-time job now, things like that matter. Also, while trying to create content that you guys are actually going to enjoy and is going to help you relax, wind down, etc. But obviously, you know, I've gotten used to it now that I've done it for a year, which is crazy to say, that, you know, it's kind of more natural, just like any other job, right? Toxic comments, surprisingly, have not gotten to me, and I'm very grateful that I have pretty thick skin. Some comments, obviously, are very disrespectful and not okay to ever comment, but I would say I've done such a good job of not letting those comments get to me, because I realize that someone behind the screen, one, would never say it to my face, and two, is probably struggling with their own insecurities and their own life, that they feel the need to lash out. And with that, it makes me feel really bad for them, and I actually sympathize with them. So yeah, next question is by Star, and she asked, what are your favorite artists? My favorite music artist, definitely Olivia Rodrigo sitting on top. Tate McRae, Luke Combs, Kane Brown, Reba, Carrie Underwood, Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Cardi B. I love almost every artist and their music, so yeah, I would say those are probably my top artists at the moment. This question is by Cheesy. I believe that's what it is. What's your current favorite song? My current favorite song is definitely Stick Season by Noah. Olivia Rodrigo did a cover on it, and I absolutely fell in love. Also, anything Olivia Rodrigo, Vampire, definitely like up there for me right now. They also asked, what is a movie / show you could watch over and over again? A show or movie I can watch over and over again. For movies, any of Jennifer Lopez's like 2000s era movies, like what is it called? Wedding Planner. What's the other one? Most of her old movies, if you guys know what I'm talking about. The Proposal, The Dove, any other Rush Hour movies, I can watch was I as a teenager growing up? And also, could you show us some of your younger self pictures? I might. I'll think about it. If I do decide to do it, they'll be here on the screen somewhere. I would say I was very, very shy. Didn't have a lot of friends. Didn't really talk a lot. Say I was a great student. I never fought with teachers. I always did my work on time. And I always respected my parents. Always. So, a very good kid growing up. Despite most of my friends and people around me being the complete opposite, I was very, very, very strict with myself and made sure I never disappointed my parents. Next question is by none other than Miss AKA ASMR. Thank you for your question, girly. She asked, which is your favorite kind of video to film? For example, mukbangs or any form of trigger-related ASMR whisper rambles. Ooh, that's a really good question. Hands down, has to be the mukbang videos. When you are like eating healthy and you know you have a couple of days until you're about to film a mukbang, it's so exciting, I'm counting down the days and hours and minutes until I get to indulge in some type of junk food for my videos. And I love sharing my meals with you guys, and I get a really positive response with my mukbangs, so that tells me you guys enjoy them just as much as I like filming them. Next question is by Sleepy ASMR. Thank you so much for your question, girly. She asked your favorite movie/book. Also, when did you know you wanted to start an ASMR channel? My favorite book is definitely Fallen. I will leave the cover of it here if you guys want to read it. One of the best books I've ever read. I owe that all to my sister because it was hers, and then I took it and fell in love with it. And when did you know you wanted to start an ASMR channel? I've opened up so many times about this. I will spare you guys my little sob story. I have really bad, severe anxiety, and the only thing that was able to calm me a lot of the time, through those long nights of panic attacks, were ASMR videos. And even through my pregnancy with having a lot of pain, ASMR was there for me all the time. And, it was beginning of last year when I started my channel that I decided I wanted to help others too. And, I loved watching ASMR. I would find myself tapping on things and, pretending to do ASMR. And then I figured, I really love this. I want to do this too. And yeah, my fiance was in full support of it, pushed me to do it, and here we are a year later. So, if you could choose your last meal, what would it be? And who would you share it with if you wanted to? My last meal, I am vegetarian. I've not had my grandma's food in years. I would break being vegetarian if it was my last meal to indulge in all of my grandma's food, her pozole, her enchiladas, her taquitos, her tamales. Yeah, I would definitely indulge in all of my grandma's food that I've not eaten in years. And who would you share with if you wanted to? Oh, hands down, my son, my fiance, my loved ones. Last meal with the people that I care most about. Alright, the next questions are from Dragon of Shadow. And we have quite a bit of questions, so we're just gonna go through these pretty quickly. The first question is, if you can transform into any animal, which one would it be? And then they gave their responses for what they would like to be or what they would do, which I really love. I found that super cool. Definitely a bird. To just fly above the world and go in the clouds and just glide through life. Definitely a bird. Would you like to explore Earth before humans existed? Absolutely not. I already hate humans now. I already fear humans now. I fear the world we live in now, and I'd probably fear it a lot more with whatever was existing before humans. So I would say a hard no. If you could have any mythological creature as a pet, which one would it be? They said dragon. You know what? I have to agree. A unicorn, but definitely a dragon. I agree. That's a good one. They also asked what superpower or whose superpower would you want to have? They said Iceman from X-Men. Love that, by the way. Definitely invisibility, hands down. I've always said that. Or speed. And 5, if if you were a cartoon character, what would be your outfit? They said blue denim shorts, a red t-shirt, and black athletic shoes. If I was a cartoon character, pink, glittery, heels, glam, and glitter everywhere, 100%. And then the last one, a song you're currently listening to. They listened to Crazy by Britney Spears. I love that. The last song I just listened to this morning, I believe, was Angel by Hallie. I know that I had my song on like my YouTube playlist playing while I was cleaning, but I think that was the last one. Next question is by Sarah, and she asked, what is your favorite trigger? My favorite trigger at the moment, a book, like pages of a book turning, or like flipping, or being like tapped on. So anything that's like with tapping or flipping a page. I've always loved that since I was younger. I just didn't know that it was related to ASMR or that was even a thing. But to this day, I will melt and crumble every single time. The next question is by Erin. What were your favorite shows growing up and my current favorite shows? So we just shared the favorite current shows. Growing up, definitely anything on Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, so definitely SpongeBob, Amazing World of Gumball, Flapjack, Drake and Josh, Victorious, iCarly, what else? Fairly Odd Parents. That's all I can think of at the top of my head. But yeah, all of those shows I vibed with. The next question is by Kenny Loves Tequila. He asked, what is your favorite video that you made? My favorite video that I made, honestly, I have the brain of Dory, so sitting here and trying to think of all the videos I've made, honestly, probably my first video, because I remember being so excited, so nervous, yet it was the most exciting feeling, to see some of you guys that have been with me from the beginning start engaging so early on my channel. This question is by Sissy, and they asked, what is your favorite music? My favorite kind of music at the moment, I would say, is country or just like hip-hop in general. Yeah. Mello asked, if you have a chance to change your name, what would it be? My real name, I don't know, a lot of the times if you guys heard my first name, you would be like, no way, that's your name. Yeah, that's my name. Sadly, it's a very old lady name. No disrespect if that's your name. That's just how I felt personally. But there's a lot of significance and love behind the name that was given to me. I was named after my father's mother, who passed away when he was very young. And they gave me her first name, which I am very honored. And I always remember that at the back of my head when I'm complaining about my name. That I wouldn't change it to anything, despite how I hated it growing up. The question is by Nani. I'm so sorry if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. They asked, what is your name and age? My middle name I will always share with you guys. It is Kareli, and my age is 25. I just turned 25, which mind-blowing. The next question is by the lovely Mandy Foods ASMR, and she asked, if you could visit one country in the world, which one would it be and why? Spain. Definitely Spain or Italy. Italy or Spain. initial reaction to you doing ASMR. I'm gonna keep this very light and sweet since I don't want to create problems for myself, but it was a negative response, and yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Next question is, doesn't say a username, it just says @user. They asked, is your hair relaxed? Your hair is so beautiful. Thank you so much. My hair is not relaxed. My hair is actually pretty curly. It used to be super curly, but then I damaged it when I dyed it blonde. But no, just straighten hair, and the magic of, making your hair look shiny behind the camera. Question is by Tap Tails ASMR, and she asked, what's your religion? Catholic, although to be really honest, I'm not very religious at all. And your favorite color? Blue. Aqua, to be exact. Best colors out there. Anything blue, I'm in love. It's by Ella, and she asked, what's your zodiac sign? My zodiac sign is Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius baby. So happy birthday to all of my Aquarius babies. I hope that you guys have a lovely birthday. Question is by Angel, and he asked, name out your 5 mukbang ASMR artists. Who would be your dream collab? Mukbangers. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Honestly, my brain is going crazy trying to figure out the names right now. Sass ASMR, NE Let's Eat, Veronica Wing, Stephanie Sue. She's not an ASMR artist, but I would love to collaborate with her. She has all the vibes, and I absolutely love her. Who else? I'll put it here on the screen because my brain is going in overdrive right now, and I can't really think. Next question is by Charles. Hey Charles, thank you for your questions. Charles asked, what made you become a vegetarian? I don't know if I've shared this story, but I'll keep it very short since this video is pretty long in its own. I grew up in a Mexican household, going to Mexico, where they unalive animals right in front of you, hanging by their leg. I had a very traumatic experience going to a pig farm where I did not know they would be unaliving a pig, let alone right in front of me for a party. I was so delusional, and I thought we were picking a pig to bring home because my grandma actually had farm animals at home, and that traumatized me forever. And I was even shortly, maybe a couple months, a year later, I became vegetarian. He also asked, if any, what's a weird food combo that you enjoy? Cucumbers or carrots with salsa, and cream cheese and hot Cheetos when I used to eat them. Really, really good. What's your dream vacation? Probably Hawaii. Somewhere very beautiful with beautiful beaches. Yeah, 100% Hawaii. And what advice would you give your younger self? Questions like these, they hit you, hold my head high, believe in yourself, be confident, don't be your worst enemy, add a lot of self-doubt, a lot of insecurities, and I wish I could just go back and tell myself that everything is going to work out the way it's supposed to, and stop listening to what other people think of you or are saying about you, because if you know it's not true and you know yourself, then everyone else's opinions do not matter, and you're going to thrive, and you're going to find yourself. Question is by CPC, and they asked, what's one bucket list thing that you've always wanted to do and are looking to do soon? So I wasn't going to share this with you guys, but since you asked, let's put it out there, so I definitely follow through with it. I've always wanted to skydive, and lucky for me, only 2 hours away from me, they offer skydiving, and I was going to do it for my birthday, but with the weather, that's obviously crazy dreams. I always wanted to be like a doctor, a veterinarian of some sort, working with people, working with animals. Who knows, that may still be something that I decide to do later in my life. But yeah, definitely the dreams that I had growing up. Next question is by Tiara. Tiara, I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. And she asked, what made you turn vegetarian? I did share that, but she has a follow-up question. So, was it hard, and do you miss eating authentic burgers and tacos? At the start, I did miss it, because when you're in a Mexican household, that's all everybody eats around you is tacos, meat, chicken, carne asadas, barbecues, you name it. Meat in every meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks in between. But now, years later, not at all. There's so many amazing vegetarian options for us now that we get to eat everything you eat. But it just fits into our diet or our way of eating. Question is by Anna, and she asked, would you ever try foods from different countries? 100%. I would love to try foods from different countries. Right now, with Dry Treats, I'm getting the experience of trying snacks, but I would love to one day try a bunch of foods from different countries. Guys, we're down to our last couple of questions. Let's see. At 4ARIBB, I don't want to mispronounce that, asked, are you Muslim? I am not Muslim. I get that question quite a bit on my YouTube, but no, I am not. The lovely Solange, I hope I'm saying your name properly, girlie, I'm so sorry, asked, are you married? I am not married, but I am now a fiance, and I've been in my relationship for almost 10 years now. And the last question is by Sebastian, which I already answered, but we'll just go ahead and answer this one to end out our video. And Sebastian asks, what's your favorite food? Always going to be pizza or any sort of yummy pasta for sure. But that's all I have for today's questions. If I skipped over your question by accident, I'm so sorry, and I will make it up to you in my next Q&A video down the road. Thank you so much to all of you guys for submitting your questions. I love that you guys want to get to know me, and that makes me feel so happy and warm inside. So thank you for all of your questions. I hope I answered your questions in a good way, and that I answered them properly. But yeah, thank you so much for joining